Hi, this is PR Sundar. Welcome to Dalal Street Week Ahead program sponsored by Delta.Exchange. Today is Sunday, so next Sunday by this time I will be in Bengaluru conducting my workshop. So there are some seats left. So those who are interested, you may contact our office. The contact numbers are given in the description. So that's about the workshop. So now come back to the markets. First, let us do a little bit analysis of what is happening in the last 2 weeks. 2 weeks before, over the weekend, the Prime Minister stated that we are in a crisis not seen in the last 10 years and our foreign exchange is in problem. So therefore, please avoid traveling to foreign countries and then, don't buy gold for 1 year, so and this and that. So our market is already a fragile market. The entire global markets were rallying, but we are very, very weak. And top of which, when the Prime Minister making such a statement, for sure people know there is a reason, why Prime Minister is doing that, So because he has to tell the people that we are in trouble, so then only when they raise the petrol prices, people will not question because we are in trouble, so therefore we are raising the petrol prices. Remember yesterday, once again, they increased the petrol prices. So now the petrol price has gone up nearly 5 rupees in the last 10 days. So that's almost 5% rise, The 5% rise, it accordingly will be reflecting in the inflation. So when the Prime Minister said this, Monday the markets fell. Nifty fell nearly 400 points, but that is understandable because when the Prime Minister is giving a cautious note, who will want to buy the market? So definitely selling has happened, and Monday the markets fell for 400 points. In fact, the previous week for Thursday and Friday also markets fell. So Monday fall was the third day of fall, and people thought a 400 point fall, some news came, so the market has fallen. So market has already factored in that news. That is what the people thought, but to their surprise, the following day, the Nifty fell another 400 points. A 400 point on Monday, another 400 point on Tuesday. So total 800 point fall in just 2 trading sessions. And what has happened after that? After that, there are 8 trading sessions. Last 2 weeks, total 10 trading session. Tuesday fell. Remaining 8 trading session, Nifty has been making a violent move between 23,300 to 23,900. As and when Nifty comes to 23,800 to 23,900 zone, the selling came, market fell. As and when market came to 23,300 to 23,400 range, the buying came and the market shot up. So within this range of 600 points, the market's making a very big move alternatively. But despite that, even after 8 trading sessions, the last Tuesday, the 400 point fall. So that red candle was not taken out during the next 8 trading sessions. 2 or 3 times tried to take out intraday, but on a closing basis, it fell, it closed below that. So this is the last 2 weeks picture. But do you remember what I said on Friday morning? There are some developments happening in Iran and US. So, I suspect there can be 2 possibilities. Either there will be a deal or there will be a war, resumption of war. And people may ask, sir, without these 2, what else? And the other thing, it can be a status quo. What is happening for the last 2 weeks? No war, no peace deal. It's just maintaining. So I said, Monday, there may be a big possibility that market may gap up or gap down by a big number. And then, I suggested people trading, don't trade in the short term, especially the weekly options because of a gamma effect. I said better close your positions. Maybe you can consider taking positions in the month of June or July, where the premiums are still very, very, very lucrative. Just 2 days before, I remember selling 22,300 put option and 25,000 call option, strangle. Both were trading 100 rupees plus. 22,300 was trading around 120 rupees. 25,000 call was trading around 100 rupees. So, even if there is a gap up, the maximum gap up is going to be 1,000 point only. 4%, because as I told you, April 8 there was a gap up, but like usually first time markets react more violently. The second time same thing happens, markets may not be reacting that violently. So what has happened, first time a violent reaction, 4%. So this time, it's not going to be 4%. So it will be less than 1 or 2%. And so I said, still the 25,000 will be safe. And of course, people know how to do the adjustments. Okay, especially those who attend my workshop. So we teach them how to do the adjustments, when things go wrong. In fact, the main highlight of our workshop is these adjustments and firefighting only. So, over the weekend, there was actually a huge drama. What has happened? Trump's son's wedding was there. The Trump was flying, and off the way he returned without attending the wedding. And then they cancelled all the press meet. And Monday is a US stock market holiday, so Memorial Day. So all the Memorial Day functions have been cancelled. The fighter jets are moving towards Iran. So all this, created hell lot of a problem. And people thought, okay, now US is going to launch the attack once again. And because of that, US futures, the weekend futures. US futures are trading in some markets during the weekend. So there the US futures fell drastically. I think about 0.75% it fell. And then what happened after that, even more dramatic. Okay, like Pakistan's army general is in Iran and Pakistan's president is in China. So they were doing all kinds of hectic negotiations. So looks like finally now there is going to be an agreement. So in all probability, before the Asian markets open tomorrow, there may be some deal. Okay, but even officially, even if the deal is not signed, but now we know more or less, so the deal is going to happen sooner than later. So from a 0.75% down, now US futures shot up to plus 1%. Remember on Friday, the US market closed at all-time high. From there again, it's another 1%. And also remember, I told you many times, the Straits of Hormuz is more important for Asian markets rather than the European and American markets. So because, 80% of our crude is coming through the Straits of Hormuz. So therefore, if you see, when this problem came, this Iran problem came, Asian markets reacted violently, but not the European and US markets. So if US futures are higher by 1%, so I'm sure that other Asian market should be more than 1%. So this is the scenario as of now. We don't know. From now till tomorrow morning, anything can happen. But in all probability, we are going to open at least 1% higher tomorrow. So that itself will be taking 24,000. And as I told you last time, before that Prime Minister spoke, 24,000, like technically the market was long, that 24,000 was the support. So when that 24,000 broken decisively by falling, 800 points in 2 trading sessions because of Prime Minister's statement, so that 24,000 has become a resistance. So that's what we have been seeing for the last 2 weeks. Nifty is not able to take out 24,000. And even yesterday you go and check, the 24,000 call as the highest open interest. Now with this gap up, if Nifty crosses 24,000 decisively, it closes above 24,000 decisively. So who knows, maybe then for the next leg of the rally, 24,000 itself may be a good support. But however, now people thinking, okay, this is a problem. If this problem is solved, will Nifty go back to 26,000? It may go to 26,000 by the end of December, but not very soon. And the reason is very simple. Number one, our market fall is aggravated by the Iran issue, but we are not falling only because of the Iran issue. Even before Iran issue started on February 28. But even 2 years before that, we started falling. We have been, doing very, very badly. So our problem is not Iran problem. If our problem is only Iran problem and Iran problem gets resolved, so we should shoot up. So that's not the case. The second thing, if you can remember, many years before, the crude prices kept on falling. When crude prices kept on falling, the government did not decrease the petrol prices. So instead, they increased the excise duty. And then what happened? When the prices started going higher, now they started saying, oil marketing companies losing money. They are losing 20 rupees per liter, 25 rupees per liter. But their corporate results is not showing anything like that. I think one of the oil marketing companies has shown 200% increase in the profit. And now, because of Iran problem, petrol prices and diesel prices have been increased by 5 rupees. That is perfectly understandable. That is perfectly okay. But now the question is, if the Iran problem is solved, if the crude prices crashes, so will these people reduce the petrol prices? So, or they may say, oil marketing companies, they have been absorbing the losses for the last few months. So therefore, we don't want to reduce the prices. They keep it at 105 rupees, and then, the markets will be seeing it differently. The government becoming opportunistic. So as and when there is a, thing, so they are trying to profit. And so if they reduce the petrol prices, so maybe we can hope for a 26,000. So if not, it's going to be difficult. But anyway, from now to December, there are hell number of things can happen. So we'll discuss all those things, later. So for the time being, for the next 2 trading sessions, downside may be 23,500, but upside is going to be very difficult because of this huge positive news flow. We don't know where it's going to end. And then, for the month of January, we can have a target of about 25,000. And that target seems to be reasonable, achievable. So let us see what's going to happen. So from now, tomorrow morning, anything can happen. But as of now, everything is looking bullish. So about more than 1% gap up is what is reasonably expected in our market. So, the Prime Minister's statement came mainly because of the Iran issue. So that Iran issue is resolved, crude prices crash, and then we can hope for something good for India. So let us see what's going to happen. Hope you enjoyed watching this video. Thank you for watching.